Hello everyone and welcome to my Minecraft hardcore world. Starting things off, I see a Enderman, so I'm gonna see if I can kill that. We're going to stare at him until he comes over here. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. I would like your ender pearls. I don't have anything on my sword right now though. Dang. Oh, that's the reason why I need diamond armor. For those of you who did see last week's episode, you could probably very clearly see the difference of the hotbar. Yeah, I did a bit of work on the trading hall and fully completed it, got a bunch more villagers, got some trades going, and so I had enough diamonds to make a nice, really good pickaxe, and so I went and got a few more diamonds, and now I have a sword and an axe. So I do plan on doing more mining for diamonds and getting my full good gear. That's going to be an off-camera work type thing. I'm not going to make you guys watch that. I want you guys to watch the fun stuff. Like, if you clicked on the video, you clearly can see that we are going to be making an iron farm. Literally, this is all the iron I have. It's in my inventory right now, 55 pieces. Like, I do plan on getting diamond stuff, so I'm not going to have to worry about crafting iron tools constantly. But at the end of the day, I'm going to need iron, so an abundance of it will be nice. Before I head over to the trading hall to start working on that, because I do plan on making it as a part of the trading hall, I wanted to start over here because would love to see more comments, because if you don't know, because I quite show it every episode, this is the comment board. If you have an idea of something that you would like me to build, please comment it down below. I will add it to the board and then hopefully build it. That's another one of the new things. There is a big tree here because I need emeralds, and to get emeralds, I've been getting sticks. So this is kind of my method to get sticks, is a giant tree. So you'll be able to see that in the background for probably most of the video today, because I don't plan on chopping it down anytime soon. I do have a little bit of a tour to show you with the trading hall. So I just added some little touches to the outside, you know, just a little bit of some shrubbery and whatnot. And yeah, I also pushed all this back because I plan on building the iron farm right here. So the thought process is place a water bucket here as like a waterfall type deal. It makes sense in my head, and then I can do like little fences here, and then they can push down into a big pit, and when they get into the big pit, they will burn and die. I gathered stuff that I need, but I didn't get hoppers. But so yeah, if you did once again see last week, I gave up on the whole boat ordeal and just made some rails. That's how I got everybody in. And I've decided to use moss carpet as my carpet of choice so that the golems don't spawn in here. Got a bunch of villagers in here. These are just temporary right now. These, I'm not sure, but these three are Fletchers, where my stick trades are getting made. And I've gotten sharpness, fortune, looting, mending, unbreaking, efficiency, and protection. And the way the golems have been spawning is literally just this. They just constantly spawn because there's enough villagers down here that I guess they considered like it's considered a village when they like mingle, I think is how it works. So they just spawn. And so the thought is, if I make this little waterfall thing and then I basically just trial and error do a bunch of moss carpet everywhere else, they should only spawn right here, because I believe they can spawn in water. I looked it up, so they should be able to. And then when they do just spawn in the water, they will go into a pit of my choice. Okay, I don't really know how to make this look good and work. It's gonna be a lot of trial and error until I figure out how to make this actually work. Leave that symmetrical. I think we're gonna remove the water for now. Plan is there should be a pit right here. 1, 2. This is not symmetrical. What am I doing wrong here? Why? Because this isn't correct. Because it's 1, 2. I need to watch where I punch these guys, because I think with this armor, they either 1 hit me or 2 hit me. So I've made iron farms before, so I kind of know the gist of what I want to do. So 4 campfires will be like at the corner here. It really depends on how large this needs to be. It really shouldn't need to be much bigger than this, right? Yeah, I'm winging this. Yeah, nice and toasty. Place the water there, so hopefully they spawn here. And then they would flow down onto this, and then flow into the campfires. I think the best way to do this is just to set something up temporary like this, and go from there. Oh gosh, I forgot that campfires do that. In the process of making the hoppers, it does make me realize that yes, hoppers are expensive, so that's probably where I'm gonna need a lot of iron in the future. Hopper, campfire, campfire, campfire. My sincere question is, if I place this water here, what's going to happen? what needs to happen is I need to just place a ton of this moss carpet and kill those guys and see what on earth happens. The reason why I chose moss carpet is because it kind of just will just blend in better than regular carpet. So I'm just gonna place, yeah, I'll cut to when I have all this placed just all around, and then I will kill those golems and we'll see where they spawn. I got a ton of moss and am finding out rather quickly that I got nowhere near enough. Means I'm gonna need more bone meal, because bone meal moss blocks and then it turns into more moss blocks. I'm gonna just hang out here until I see one spawn. Homie, you seriously just, he spawned on this. He spawned on the grass block. That is crazy. I knew that was a possibility, but I just didn't think it would happen that fast. I also do plan on doing the style of build where it then auto takes all the poppies and turns it into bone meal through a composter. If you haven't seen that, it's a pretty cool thing. How do I possibly make these spots at the windows look good? I could put lanterns. I might do that. I'll put lanterns in front of all the windows. I have the lanterns, so then... You can't place lanterns on leaves. This is temporary. I do plan on making... Well, actually... I'd rather it be up here and then a chain. I guess that works. Not entirely how I wanted this to go, but part of my trial and error process. Because... Let's just be... Oh, hi there. Anything good? No, that's trash. They don't spawn there. Oh! Either he fell in or one spawned at the spot. He probably fell in. But that's the whole gist there. He falls, gets pushed into the... Yeah, he gets pushed into the campfires. And watch it burn. There it goes. An iron is mine. And I guess it's gonna make it kind of uglier, but I'll game plan and I'll get it fixed. Can you move? I really want to hit you because I don't really want you to spit on me. Get out of here. You know what? That's it. Yeah, you spawned all the way out here? Oh, that's bad. So I think I'll just work on the actual build of the farm and see if I can get to getting the moss carpet in today's video and doing that, because that might just end up being an off-camera thing. But like, I don't have the bone meal. I'll probably just set up my farm and wait for it, but I also kind of I'm just gonna get a looting sword. I could get a looting sword right now. Yeah? Yeah? Wait. I didn't even think of this. Let's just put looting on my sword. It's nighttime. Right now, let's just kill some skeletons. Your bones. Why do you have an invisibility potion? What? Why was he invisible? That's starting to become a lot of mobs. All right, what? I just got jump shotted. What is going on? How many bones do I have? 7. Oh, there's bone meal on here, and there's more bones. Heck, why are you making that noise? I do not remember them making that noise. There's another skeleton. Good. And I have looting, there's more bones. You can see that golem spawn, but he did not spawn where I wanted him to spawn, which is why I need more moss. Because, Mr. Golem, you are not where I wanted you to be. Look at all this drops. I don't really want it. Actually, I don't have spiders for my thing, so I should collect that way I can. Alright, I'm gonna work on this part of it. So, the thought process is that entrance point. I don't have ladders. That's just peachy. I'll be right back, because I have ladders in my house, and I don't really feel like crafting more when I have ladders just lying around. So, that's how my brain is wired, so I'm going to go and get those ladders. There's another golem. There's 2 of them that spawn. But yeah, they're spawning out front here, which means I need to... That is a cat sticking his face through. Yeah, which is why I need to get this moss. I did build this little pathway, because I thought that would be cool. I was going to build a path and whatnot, and have like a cool little cobblestone path. But the moss, yeah, that's a well out plan. So we're gonna keep things simple for now. All it is, trapdoor. You come down here, and there'll be a hopper chain. Well, then I'm gonna plan on doing like an auto sorting thing, and then with the auto sorting, it'll put the iron, and then I would like to have them craft them into iron blocks. So if I may or may not make that, but what I will make is then the rest, it'll sort the iron into chests, and then the poppies will go into a composter where they'll be turned into bone meal, so then I can have my own little like bone meal farm at the same time, which I think is cool. That's the plan. So I'm just simply going to set this up for now that it will collect the iron, and then we will focus on making things a little bit more pretty, getting it actual functional. I need a couple chests and some hoppers and chicken. I believe I literally did not get a single crit there somehow, but we don't talk about that. I'll probably adjust this as things actually progress, but this is a very rudimentary system that I'm going to set up here. And then hopper. Get a little hopper chain and iron. Boom, down there. Sick. All I need now is more moss blocks, because I would actually like to then make this outer layer moss blocks. I just need a lot of moss blocks because this little Junko chain guy, yeah, keeps doing that. These rails are currently here, but I'm actually gonna take them away. Whenever I go to do that, I'll have to break it and fix it then. That's a later thing. I'm going to use all this bone meal. Probably not all of it, but I'm going to go get a ton of moss blocks. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so with the use of all my bone meal, I got about 3.5 stacks. I'm actually going to fill in around that pit first, of all things, and just make it moss, because I think it'll look nicer. It's all moss blocks. I'm more than likely gonna need more than what I have required, because... Okay, so that's that done. Oh, there's a cow. Get trapped, loser. You were the first test subject. We're going to have beef with our iron. Some good. This feels like a cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, we're gonna get a ton of mossy carpet here. Okay, yeah, I'll jump to when I have all this placed, and we'll see if that does the trick, which I will need more because I realize I need to fill in that. And I've somehow already placed it all. And how did that happen? Okay, we are going to kill these two now, and let's see if they still just friggin' spawn here. Which they probably will. It always worries me that they're just like somehow gonna just like reach up and touch me. Like, I know they can't, but yet, like, of course it's still gonna be in the back of my head that it's like, oh, it's gonna get me. Wait, I have more moss. I didn't even realize that. Sick. Time to place more. I already know that it's gonna like place it where I don't want it to. I'm not sure how the whole spawn point rate works, because like as I'm placing more and more of this, the number of areas that they can physically go lowers. Before it was all this area, but like every single block that I'm placing this carpet, no longer a spawn point, so its potential spawn locations keep dropping. They could spawn. He could spawn here. Because a contrast, I'm gonna do some wooden buttons. They can't spawn there. Can't spawn there. But now it can't spawn there. Can't spawn there. Typically could spawn on top of that, but it shouldn't. And I know that they can spawn in water. I looked it up. Should be able to spawn in water. I'm gonna kill that guy. There we go! And he's stuck. Great. Down goes the wandering trader. Information learned right off the rip. He needs that to go through. Now I feel like he can escape. But at the same time, is he really gonna escape that? Well, we're gonna wait and see another one. The mossy carpet around it's kind of whatever. I'm gonna need to fill these in with moss blocks so that you can't see the grass underneath it, but it's just gonna have to have a ring around it. It just is what it is at this point. You're still dying. I feel kind of bad when he looks up at me like that as he was dying. Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see if another one comes in before we call it quits. Oh, beef. Oh, There we go. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so it seems like the efficiency there so far is actually not that bad. Sooner or later, we're gonna see one of these guys spawning outside of the range, but for now, it is working. So thank you for sticking around this far in today's video. I'm planning on doing some more work in between videos. I got some stuff in mind on what will happen next week. Until then, this guy burns and dies. I'm gonna start actually having a good iron source, more than likely, because goal is to be building stuff in this area and whatnot, so this thing should be running pretty frequently. I'll wait for this guy to die before I can finish the outro. Okay, now that he's dead. Yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next week. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. I have lots more planned for my world. Definitely enjoying what the future has. Building more builds. Drop ideas for what you want me to build. I will more than likely build them if you have any ideas for me. Till then, I'll see you all next week. Peace!